Hey, what's up guys? It's CJ with Rusty Nut Racing. We got a new video for you guys. If you guys watched that first video, I'm sure you remember me talking about Derek's 6th gen. There's a bunch of you guys asking questions about it, so we're gonna make a special video walking you all the way through his 6th gen, through his headlights, his engine bay, his interior, all his custom fabrication work, everything that he's got going on with this Camaro. We're gonna give you the sneak peek on it. We're gonna put links to a lot of the products and businesses and companies he's used to get a lot of these performance mods and some of these exterior mods and stuff like that. We'll put links in the description down below. Stay tuned. All right, what's up guys? So we're inside of this Camaro now. As I'm sure you can see back here, we've got these red hot 2SS seats in here. Derek actually got the hookup on these seats. We have a buddy named Leadfed on Instagram. You should check him out. I'll put a link in the bio. Leadfed his name's Tony. He had a really sweet Camaro. It's a 6th gen as well, and he switched up his build a little bit, and he's going for a full drag car. He actually holds America's fastest automatic 6th gen. He holds the record for it right now. Naturally aspirated, really fast car. He does a lot of work with those guys up at Prey Performance in Charlotte. But that's how Derek actually got the hookup on these seats. They look really good. There's the back seat. You can see the front seats a little bit. Super hot, super hot. They match a lot of the stuff in the car. So we're back in his interior, and a lot of this stuff we'll put links to in the description down below. A lot of these covers right here, these rings and all that stuff, everything's been painted to match the outside of the car, even around the gauge cluster itself up here, and on the MyLink system, even down to the shifter. Like, everything in this car has been painted to match, even the cup holders back here. Like, everything in this car has been done custom. He even has these custom floor mats down here, custom stitched, all kind of stuff in this car. He's got, if you pan over here a little bit, the door cards even, like, everything in this car has been done and done right. This interior is wicked. He won a best interior at the Extreme Show in Raleigh for all you Eastern North Carolina guys out there. So we're at the back side of the car now. You guys can see this thing's pretty tricked out already. Right here, we'll start out talking about these louvers. Derek got these louvers from American Authority. We'll probably leave a link in the description, or we'll talk about those. Derek also has this wicker bill that he actually had to do a lot of custom work to make it. He originally got one from a company, and he had some problems with it cracking and all that because it was thin. So Derek ended up, and he got this plastic, and he cut it out himself, and then he made all of this, pretty much fabricated the whole thing and got it all to come together. I think makes it really aggressive. He got these headlights, or tail lights also. They're sequential. They're pretty sweet. A lot of people like the tail lights. Got both sides. Derek actually pulled the bow tie off the back and went with something a little different. I've never seen anybody do. He went with vinyl, and just to fill the space in as well. And he's also got the SS, and then he has this ZL1 diffuser on the back, which is really nasty. Yo, so we got Derek here. He's gonna tell us everything he's got going on under the hood of this 6th gen.
What's up guys? So this is my daily driver. It's brand new in 2016. It's got 27,000 miles on it, so I drive it daily. So it's a lot of work to keep everything up to date and painted. Basically what I did is I took the engine cover, took everything apart and custom painted it. Everything was done by me. You know, I didn't pay a shop or anything like that to do that. Everything on the car's been done by me. But I just backmasked the colors that I wanted, painted everything on there, and kind of highlighted it. Put a cold air intake on there from Cold Air Inductions. Did a custom engraving on it with a Camaro Envy. And then it's all backlit on the inside with LEDs. And then all the other little accessories, like your coolant reservoir, the windshield washer reservoir, stuff like that, was painted as well, trying to make sure that everything matched. And then I just did some of the hoses and tried to clean them up a little bit. It does have a couple panels here in the front that were custom painted as well, trying to match that to the rest of the body. There were just some empty holes here, so I custom built covers for that, put them on there. And then just a BMR strut tower. There's a couple little hidden things you don't see very often. There are some LEDs that are located up here. I custom trimmed the black mat to make them fit in there, so they shine down on the motor and do some of that stuff there. And then other than that, the motor's just basically built. We're getting ready to go and do another build with that here pretty quick, but right now it's just got a ported intake and throttle body, and we're gonna go on to stage 2 here pretty soon.
So we're back at the front of the car. We got Derek here. He's gonna tell you all about these headlights that he did all this custom work on.
So the headlights were just stock headlights. Basically what I had to do for these types of headlights, they're built really funny and you have to cut them apart. A lot of companies will heat them up and try to get them apart, and you end up cracking them. Most companies can't get them apart. So I literally took a Dremel and cut them apart. And then in the color change lens, you can kind of see it go from blue to green. There's a company called Dial Dynamics, and they sell some stuff you can put in there. Oracle sells a kit. A bunch of different companies sell a kit that you basically take out the white LEDs and put in color change. While I was at that and adding that kit in there, what I did is I took all the back lens portion. You can see kind of like the circle around the halo or around the projector lens is painted in red. That whole background's red. Most Camaros don't have that. They all come black. So I figured while we had it apart, we'd take it and paint it. That turned into a bit of a nightmare because the first set that I painted, I messed up and had to order a whole nother set. So about $800 into the headlights, not including the actual LEDs. I learned my lesson and we finally got it fixed up. Also with the projector lens, you can see it's got that custom Camaro logo. What we did is we took the back of the projector lens and I reverse cut a decal that was stuck on there and covered it all. And then I used a sandblaster and I lightly sandblasted that emblem in there. And then once you peel off the vinyl, what you have left is that actual emblem that you can see in there. It's pretty cool because it does light up with the LEDs, but it doesn't affect the actual driving light, so you don't see any shadows when you're driving or anything like that. It just kind of gives that one-off look. I chose that Camaro emblem because I wanted it to be something that somebody from the outside would see, and they'd have to think to themselves, I wonder if Camaro put that in there, or I wonder if it comes stock. So it's just something kind of, you know, unless you really know what you're looking for, you wouldn't really know that that was something that was custom done, but it definitely was. Then I put all the lights back together and the finished product is what you see. They're all controlled by an LED controller, and they change all different types of colors, from flashing, skipping, strobing, all types of things. Pretty much have unlimited options on what you want to do with the actual colors. So again, it's a 2016 Chevy Camaro. We'll just kind of walk around and show you some of the things. So basically, from the exterior, everything's stock. You know, as far as paint and stuff like that, you'll see some of the decals. I actually had a buddy that had a black car with red stripes that looks pretty similar to this. I really liked it, so I decided to kind of do that. Me and a buddy put these stripes on by ourselves. We just kind of laid out some cutting tape and black vinyl and decided to kind of go with this theme. Coming around the front, I have a street scene body spoiler around the bottom. Just put that on, painted it black. I did all the painting myself. It does get beat up pretty good by the road grind, but it seems to be holding up pretty good. For the marker lights, I used some nightshade paint and just did a light coat of paint on that to try to darken them up a little bit. The wheels are stock. They came on the 2016 Camaro. All I did was take them off, sand them down, paint them. Did them with gloss black to kind of match some of the exterior. On the sides, you'll see the matching street scene splitters, the side skirts. They're a pretty good company. We really like them. We like the style of them. I really like the flare at the back of the door. Looks pretty good. On the mirrors, we added some covers. I don't remember the name of the company, but we got those from eBay. If you just search black mirror cover on eBay, they pop up. But they're kind of cool. They just double-side tape on the car. It gives it kind of that little one-off look. We really like them because they stop kind of short, so you get a little bit of that red stripe along with the black. Just something to kind of tie in that theme of that red and black. And then you'll see the stripes. They go all the way back down to the back of the door. Just something that nobody has, something we haven't really seen before, and try to do something new. In the back, you'll see that it's got the little winglet, is what they call it. It's the street scene body kit. It goes all the way back to the back. It's actually screwed into in double-sided tape to the back of the spoiler. That's a Z01 add-ons spoiler. They make a couple different companies make them, but that's the one I got mine from. The Hero taillights I got from Fastech. We talked briefly about the spoiler in the back. The spoiler came from a company called 3D Engineering. They're a pretty good company. Don't necessarily want to like talk bad about them, but what they actually came up with is they came up with a really ingenious way to mount these. They're pretty cool. They've got an actual triangle block that they 3D print, and basically what happens is you take that block and you mount it into the wing, and then the spoiler mounts to that 3D block. Well, the problem I was having is that the spoilers they were sending, they sent me 3 or 4 spoilers, and they were cracked. When they showed up in the mail, they'd be cracked on the corner, they were cracked in the middle. They were just really cheap. They were a little bit thinner material, and I just wanted something that had that like big, bulky, textured look to it. So I got on tapplastic.com and I ordered a sheet of ABS plastic. I laid it on top of one of the spoilers that was cracked down the middle, and then I just traced it with a router. I basically used a roundover bit on a router and traced it out. I used the original clear plastic that came in the center, and I used all the rest of their mounting hardware. So again, I don't want to talk bad about them. They're a pretty good company. I just didn't like the plexiglass they were using, so decided to kind of come up with my own, and that's what we came up with. American Authority provided me the rear window louvers. We painted those as well. American Authority is pretty cool because the window louvers come smooth. They're the only company that I know of that has smooth window louvers. The rest of them are all textured black plastic. So that was pretty cool because you can get that one-off look when you sand it all down and paint it. It gives you just something a little bit different that most of the other companies don't have. Then the exhaust. We didn't really talk about the exhaust, but I do have 1 3/8 Texas Speed Performance headers that come all the way back. No cats, no mufflers, no resonators. Basically from the headers all the way to the back, it's completely straight pipe. Right now I am missing the second pipe on each side. It should be quad exhaust. Once I get the exhaust completely worked out and get the tips that I like, then we'll go ahead and put that quad exhaust on there as well. But right now it's kind of holding down with that dual exhaust. And then everything from the outside of the car is pretty much wrapped up. The only other unique stuff's on the inside, which we already talked about.
All right, guys, so you heard us say that Derek's got this custom exhaust work. We'll go ahead and crank it up so you guys can hear it.
Outside, but you'll notice from inside, we just have a conversation. You don't have to yell and scream. Camaro just did a really good job of like insulating everything and sound deadening everything. So the inside, I mean, you can hear the exhaust definitely more than stock, definitely more than the MPP, the dual mode exhaust. But it's not like obnoxious. There's not a drone. There's not anything that is super crazy. It sounds good in here. Like you can still hear the engine. You can hear things that you know, give you that good sound, but it's not overbearing. Traffic over here, that's the problem.
Alright, we're out on the road. Derek's got, so like we said earlier, Derek has a couple of performance mods he's done. He's got some long tube headers, some custom straight pipe exhaust. He's got a couple of little engine mods, you know, some throttle body stuff and whatnot. This car actually pulls like crazy. I mean, how much horsepower do you think this car makes, Derek?
I'm somewhere around 450, give or take.
So 450 horsepower in this car feels like insane. This car pulls so hard, it sits you in the seat. Like, this car is no joke. Derek is actually talking about pretty soon, there's a company called Prey Performance in Charlotte, and he's going to be taking his car up to Prey to get a lot of work done. They do like a lot of intake and head work and a lot of porting and whatnot. They're kind of the lead company when it comes to these 6 gens. So Derek's actually going to get his car and head up that way. We'll probably make a video of that, see what kind of horsepower gains we can get. I know Derek's probably shooting for a little over 500, which 500 in this car will be insane, absolutely insane. He already, right now, he keeps up with 5th gen Z01s. We've got a guy in the club, he's got a 5th gen Z01 that makes right about 638 wheel horsepower, and Derek is definitely keeping right there with him. I think Derek's about half a car off and a quarter mile from that guy at the drag strip. So when Derek gets all this work done at Prey, picks up about 70-80 horsepower to the wheels, Derek's car is going to be nothing to play with. That guy with the Z01, he is not going to want to, definitely not going to want to sleep on Derek.
Yeah, in a quarter mile, he only beat me by 0.2 of a second. So I'll be able to jump on him pretty good once we get set up.
God. Man, this thing pulls, dude. Guys, well, that wraps up our video with Derek's 6th gen. If you guys like this video, make sure you leave a comment down below. Actually, you guys should just comment what you drive and if you think you can beat us in a race. If so, we're out here in Eastern North Carolina. We'd love to see you try. We'll put some track videos up of Derek's car, some dyno sheets. We'll definitely keep you guys posted when we go down to Prey. If you guys like any of the products that Derek has on this Camaro, we're going to leave links in the description down below. I'll see you guys next time.